Hello, and thanks for joining us again today. We're looking at another of Wesley's possessions, and Wesley's possession is standing right in front of me. To look at rather an odd sort of object, it's actually a case, what we're looking at here. And the case opens up and reveals two items: a chalice and a paten. Now, shall we have a look at the case first? The case and the chalice, they date to about 1750, the mid-18th century. And if we have a close-up, we can see the lovely detail on this. The gold tooling here everywhere, very nice with stars and flowers and leaves all around, on leather. So this is basically tooled on or embossed on leather, and the whole case, the whole thing would have been shaped probably over water steam. The leather would have been dried first, and then over water steam you could have shaped it into a pattern or into a shape such as this. If we have a look inside, you can see the very fine kid leather there, still all in original condition. And basically the chalice fits in like this. The paten goes above, and here we've got a little bit of space for Eucharistic bread. In fact, that already leads us to the use of these items. It's actually a travelling case, and John Wesley would have used this on his travels. Every ordained minister would have benefited from having a set such as this in order to be able to celebrate Mass, in Wesley's case, either outside or indeed at other churches. So the paten would have covered the cup like that, or, and more importantly, it would have held Eucharistic bread, basically bread to celebrate the Eucharist and for Holy Communion. The bread, incidentally, I think we've already mentioned this, would have gone in here, basically small slivers of bread, small round slivers of bread that would have been held there, 4, 5, 6 of them perhaps, maybe also a few more. Now, if we look at this in a little more detail, what comes to mind straight away is that this is not silver or gold like might be expected from a grand church item, but it's actually made of copper, and the sort of coppery red sheen can be seen there. It's the same with the paten, that's also made of copper, slightly darkened now. And I believe when we look closely we can see some black areas on here, all around there as well, and underneath too, which may indicate that this was silver plated at some stage, which is very likely because this is a really nice item, and in the 18th century it would have been very unlikely that so much work and craftsmanship would have gone into simply a copper item and then so nicely cased. So the likelihood is that this would have been silvered, but there is virtually no trace of the silver now remaining other than maybe those black marks. It's the same on the paten, there is nothing really very obvious. But it goes to show that this was obviously of symbolic importance, much more than monetary value. And Wesley really wouldn't have been interested in monetary value anyway. So a really nice item, very nice to still have that in the collection, very useful for Wesley at the time. And not many of these early ones, especially in their travelling cases, now remaining.